Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition, December 6, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition, December 6, 2024, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs from November 22, 2024 to November 28, 2024. 1. APT. Rose and Bruno Mars, Die with a Smile.
2 Lady Gaga et Bruno Mars Agi qui rate. 3 Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida Tu boda.
4. Sublishini, Kissick.
5 Karol G Si antes te hubiera conocido.
Spotify's weekly top songs global chart, from Friday, November 22, 2024, to Thursday, November 28, 2024, features the following songs.
1 APT by Rosé featuring Bruno Mars 2.
Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga featuring Bruno Mars. 3. Luther with SZA by Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA. 4. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. 5. Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list from November 18 to November 24, 2024, here are the most viewed films in English: The Merry Gentleman, Hot Frosty, Spellbound, Minions: The Rise of Gru. And here are the most viewed films in non-English languages: GTMAX, The Lost Children, Let Go, Devara. From Netflix's Global Top 10 list for the period from November 18, 2024 to November 24, 2024, here are the most watched TV shows in English: A Man on the Inside, Season 1, Arcane Season 2, Cobra Kai Season 6. And here are the most viewed TV shows in non-English languages: The Cage, Season 1, Sisters Feud Season 1, The Empress Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from December 2, 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree, My Sims, Cozy Bundle, Stardew Valley, The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Discover the top-selling and most played games across the platform. From the top 100 products by revenue list, for the period from Tuesday, November 12, 2024, to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2, Farming Simulator 25, PUBG Battlegrounds, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA has released 6 industrial control systems, ICS, advisories and added one known exploited vulnerability to its catalog. One more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5B Instruct, a 1.5 billion parameter model, is a refined version of Himba 1.5B base. It has been fine-tuned using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally generated synthetic datasets. The model has been trained through supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5B Instruct demonstrates remarkable capabilities in performing complex and significant tasks, including mathematical reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. OpenAI unveils its full OpenAI o1 model, enabling image uploads and analysis, and introduces ChatGPT Pro. Microsoft launches Copilot Vision, an AI tool that can read your screen in a preview. Additionally, China reduces fighter pilot training by a year, aiming for a complete overhaul by early 2030s. Waymo plans to expand its operations to Miami and aims to launch its robotaxi service there by 2026. Additionally, a Consumer Reports survey reveals that electric vehicle reliability is improving, although it still trails behind gas-powered models. Reuters reports that TSMC is in discussions with NVIDIA regarding the production of AI chips in Arizona, according to sources. Additionally, Meta is set to invest $10 billion in a data center in Louisiana. Furthermore, OpenAI has reached a content deal with the owner of Tom's Guide Future. Crypto startups that were ousted as Ponzi schemes by the U.S. are now thriving in Dubai. McKinsey agrees to pay a $122 million settlement to resolve a bribery case in South Africa, and a former McKinsey Africa director admits to bribing Eskom and Transnet officials as part of a guilty plea. The legendary Medellin cartel drug lord is released from U.S. prison after serving 25 years. Streaming giant Twitch is currently facing controversy due to content creators' criticism of its handling of the Israel and Palestine conflict. In response to these claims, JP Morgan and AT&T have pulled their ads from Twitch. Additionally, Amazon's Prime Video is expanding its subscription options by adding Apple TV Plus as an add-on. Furthermore, TikTok has collaborated with Nielsen to monitor the performance of cross-media advertising campaigns. The Bahamas has rejected Trump's proposal to accept deported third-country migrants. Also, Mexico's president will request that Trump deport non-Mexican migrants directly to their home countries, as the incoming Trump administration plans to deport some migrants to countries other than their own. Additionally, the Census Bureau director has stated that the inclusion of a citizenship question in the 2030 census would dampen participation. Furthermore, 4 years ago, Trump signed a memo that omitted undocumented immigrants from the census apportionment count. In the aftermath of Trump's victory, some women are considering the 4B movement, which advocates for abstaining from sex, dating, marriage, and having children, which seeks to swear off men, has grown. Russia has revoked the rehabilitations of 4,000 Soviet-era victims of political repression, restoring their status as traitors to the motherland. In other news, an Italian nun was among the 25 individuals arrested during a raid against the 'Ndrangheta mafia. Additionally, the EU Naval Force reported that a Chinese fishing vessel was under the control of alleged pirates in Somali waters. James Cameron's Lightstorm Vision and Meta ink a multi-year partnership for 3D entertainment. WWE to remain family-friendly in 2025's Netflix era. Pantone names Mocha Mousse 2025 Color of the Year. Satellite images reveal that Iran's newly constructed drone carrier has embarked on its maiden voyage, departing from its home port for the first time. Additionally, Israeli intelligence suggests an increasing likelihood of Assad's forces experiencing a collapse in Syria. Furthermore, a relative of Putin has disclosed that approximately 48,000 Russian soldiers may be missing in action in Ukraine. OPEC Plus postpones the oil output hike until April 2025 and extends the cuts until 2026. Decline in reflective low clouds may have contributed to the recent record-breaking heat. Vanuatu urges the World Court to acknowledge the impacts of climate change, as Vanuatu's youth-led climate change movement prepares to present its case at the International Court of Justice. Oldest known remnants of archery in Europe have been discovered in Spain's Bat Cave. The largest Stegosaurus fossil ever found was sold for $44.6 million at Sotheby's to billionaire Ken Griffin. Researchers have discovered that wood can glow in the dark for days due to a fungus that infects trees. Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan warns of civil disobedience if released. Last week, Imran Khan was indicted on charges of inciting attacks against the military. Meanwhile, Canada has banned additional types of firearms and is considering donating guns to Ukraine. Additionally, a Ukrainian group in the U.S. opposes the expansion of Starlink due to concerns about Elon Musk's ties to Russia. The 38th Annual Conference on Neural Information Processing Systems, aptly named the Olympics of AI, will be held at the Vancouver Convention Centre from Tuesday, December 10th to Sunday, December 15th. In other news, President Trump has appointed David Sachs, a prominent ally of Elon Musk, as the AI and crypto czar, to oversee policy coordination. Additionally, Citi analysts predict that humanoid robots could generate a substantial market value of $7 trillion within the next 25 years. Elon Musk spent over $250 million to help elect Trump. Trump talks up his transition and election victory as he receives Fox Nation Award. New York Times comments as Trump could take us to war with Iran, but he could also broker peace. China is easing export restrictions on small packages to facilitate e-commerce and support flexible jobs. In response to the EU's EV tariffs, Chinese car manufacturers are turning to hybrids. To counter the US's proposed 20% price reduction on domestic products, China is also making moves. Critics' Choice Awards nominations have been announced, and FX's Shogun leads the TV nominations. Kraftwerk is celebrating 50 years of their iconic song Autobahn, and has announced a 2025 North American tour. Additionally, Riot Games has unveiled Project K, the League of Legends card game. The LPGA and USGA have implemented a new policy that requires female athletes to undergo a gender change if they were born female, or if they transitioned before puberty. In contrast, Switzerland has a more lenient policy that allows 16-year-old individuals to change their gender entry without the consent of their parents. Additionally, the Tokyo government has introduced a new policy that provides workers with a 4-day workweek to promote fertility and enhance family time. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is investigating the COM's use of cybercriminal tactics to commit violent crimes. Additionally, 65% of employees bypass cybersecurity policies due to the hybrid work and flexible access arrangements. Furthermore, a group with a combined age of 215 years has been filed a $18.5 million damages claim against for the stealth piracy app Trio. Scientists have developed the world's first carbon-14 diamond battery, boasting an impressive 5,000 years lifespan. This groundbreaking device harnesses the power of radioactive decay to generate low power levels. On the other hand, NASA has announced a further delay in its moon mission, but remains steadfast in its goal of landing astronauts before China. Research indicates that over 150 million mental health diagnoses may be associated with lead exposure in gasoline. Additionally, major health insurance companies have removed leadership pages following the tragic murder of the CEO of United Healthcare. Furthermore, a new WHO digital platform reveals that up to 1 in 5 households in Europe face catastrophic crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. December 5, 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 22nd to November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
AJ Kiraat, Madhubanti Bagchi, Divya. Tu boda, Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida.
Kisik Sublashini.
Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minnale, Arichara Nisweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 22nd to Thursday, November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Luther with SZA. Kendrick Lamar, SZA. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. The Merry Gentleman. Hot Frosty. Spellbound. Minions: The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Tmax. The Lost Children. Let Go. Devara. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. A Man on the Inside Season 1. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Sisters Feud Season 1. The Empress Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from 02/December/2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree. My Sims. Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Global top selling and top played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases 6 industrial control systems advisories. CISA adds 1 known exploited vulnerability to catalog. 1 more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5b Instruct is a 1.5b parameter model fine-tuned from Himba 1.5b base, using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally collected synthetic datasets. This model is fine-tuned with supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5b Instruct is capable of many complex and important tasks like math reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. Russian criminals aided UK drug gangs in laundering lockdown funds, as the UK uncovers a vast cryptocurrency laundering scheme involving gangsters and Russian spies. At least 8 U.S. telecommunication firms were targeted by China's hacking campaign, according to the White House, prompting U.S. senators to pledge action after receiving a briefing on the Chinese Salt Typhoon telecom hacking incident. Additionally, it has been reported that numerous nations have been affected by the China hack, while Americans were advised to cease sending texts, and U.S. officials urged Americans to utilize encrypted applications in response to the unprecedented cyber attack. Furthermore, smugglers were apprehended with 6,000 kilograms of methamphetamine, and they allegedly utilized Elon Musk's Starlink satellite system for navigation. Reportedly, OpenAI's 12-day celebration of ShipMoss features Sora and a novel reasoning model. Meanwhile, ChatGPT surpasses 300 million weekly active users. Baidu is confirmed as China's Apple intelligence model provider, but privacy concerns persist. As reported by The Information, Apple encounters challenges in adapting Baidu's AI models for Chinese users. In other news, Google unveils new image and video generative AI models, Imagen 3 and Veo. Amazon has been accused of secretly excluding low-income neighborhoods from Prime delivery, as stated by the District of Columbia's Attorney General. Additionally, the European Union is considering targeting ultra-low-cost e-tailers such as Shein and Temu with package handling fees or import taxes. Furthermore, the UK police forces have quietly withdrawn from the X platform due to concerns about the content on the platform. Joe Rogan maintained the top spot on Spotify's podcast charts for the entire year of 2024. In a significant development, DAZN secured a historic free-to-view deal with FIFA, granting them the exclusive rights to broadcast the FIFA Club World Cup 2025 globally. Additionally, IRA bomber Marion Price filed a lawsuit against Disney Plus regarding the depiction of a murder scene in the TV show, Say Nothing. SenseTime is restructuring its focus to prioritize AI cloud and vision models. Meanwhile, Western AI firms are expressing concerns about potential censorship in China's AI models. In another development, OpenAI and Anduril are collaborating to develop anti-drone AI for the U.S. defense sector. New York Post comments that Joe Biden's predictable pardon of Hunter didn't threaten his reputation but rather cemented an already corrupt legacy. Bernie Sanders asserts that Elon Musk is a very smart guy, and believes for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. that is right, our society is unhealthy. Jared Isaacman, a billionaire who paid for 2 SpaceX flights, was chosen as the new NASA administrator by Trump. The United Kingdom has banned daytime television advertisements for cereals, muffins, and burgers. A study reveals that nearly 30% of U.S. drugstores closed in the past decade. Additionally, the study claims that maternity wards closed at most U.S. rural hospitals. Furthermore, a study in the United States found that waterborne disease outbreaks were associated with splash pads. The illness is transmitted by ingesting water contaminated with feces. The world's oldest known albatross laid an egg at the remarkable age of 74. 2 years ago, scientists discovered that Antarctica's Conger ice shelf had been weakening for decades before its catastrophic collapse. Archaeologists have also made a significant discovery, suspecting that a shipwreck found near Kenya may be from Vasco da Gama's final voyage. Mexico detained over 5,200 migrants in a single day, despite Trump's threats. Migrant caravans persist, and Mexican troops seized a record fentanyl haul just days after Trump threatened tariffs. The U.S. is offering a $15 million reward for the arrest of Mexican cartel leader, El Mencho. French lawmakers vote to oust Prime Minister, in the first successful no-confidence vote since 1962. Yale list picks Taylor Swift childless cat lady as 2024's top quote. MSNBC comments as South Korea just gave Donald Trump a warning, if his opponents are listening. South Korean leader will face impeachment vote over martial law declaration. South Korean opposition leader thought martial law announcement was a deepfake. Trump nominates cryptocurrency advocate Paul Atkins as the new chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Meanwhile, Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev is reportedly considering a move into the sports betting industry. Additionally, Trump's cryptocurrency project has secured a significant $30 million investment from Justin Sunday. Ethnic Slovak naive paintings from Serbia have been added to UNESCO's list of cultural heritage, while the roof restorers of Paris have received UNESCO Cultural Heritage recognition. Additionally, X-rays have revealed a tiny 19th-century beetle embedded within a Paul Gauguin painting. Furthermore, a Swiss auction firm has made history as the first to sell art solely authenticated by artificial intelligence. The world is entering its third nuclear age with few safeguards, according to the UK military chief. Additionally, the US is constructing an early warning system to detect geoengineering. Georgian opposition figures have been arrested amidst ongoing pro-EU protests. Threads users can now follow profiles from other federated servers. With the Blue Sky Open API, data scrapers can access Firehouse for AI training, as demonstrated by Hugging Face. Korea arrests the CEO for adding a DDoS feature to satellite receivers. NHL announces Finland and Sweden rosters for the 2025 Four Nations Face-Off, featuring the USA and Canada. Spotify and Notebook LM have collaborated to develop a personalized AI podcast that captures your year in audio. Scottish artist Ghislaine Corr made history by winning the Turner Prize 2024 for an innovative installation that transformed a car into a doily. In the Baltic Sea, a Russian ship fired signaling ammunition at a German army helicopter. Bloomberg commented stating that Europe's newest startup trend is the development of AI-powered weapons. Helsing, a defense AI company in Europe, unveiled an intelligent swarm-capable strike drone capable of mass and precision strikes. In a rare phone call, the Russian defense chief cautioned the top U.S. general about conducting a large-scale military exercise in the Mediterranean Sea. This call was between Russia's top general and the chairman of the U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff, and it focused on discussing Atom's Orshnik and North Korean troops. Cuba's electric grid collapses after a power plant failure, leaving millions in the dark. Thai PM Paedingtarn eyes the National Disaster Center to handle floods and droughts, as Thailand plans to set up a National Disaster Management Center. Saxo launches its flagship 2025 Outrageous Predictions report, one of which forecasts that a natural disaster will bankrupt a large insurance company for the first time. TikTok Shop's Black Friday sales tripled, surpassing $100 million. Tesla instructed its workers to remain home as demand for the Cybertruck declined. Shell and Equinor are forming a joint venture to establish the UK's largest independent oil and gas producer. Russia-linked Turla exploits Pakistani hackers' servers to target Afghan and Indian entities. U.S. chips are deemed unsafe by Chinese industry bodies in their latest trade criticism. Romania was the target of aggressive hybrid Russian attacks during its elections, as stated by the Security Council. Caffeine's influence on the brain's mesolimbic dopaminergic pathway could potentially diminish the addictive effects of alcohol. In a study titled The Effect of Sex on Immune Cells in Healthy Aging, it was discovered that elderly women possess more robust natural killer lymphocytes compared to their male counterparts. An intriguing discovery was made when a hidden entrance to a mysterious ancient temple was found concealed within the cliffs of Egypt. Crypto trading volume reached a record-breaking $10 trillion in November, marking a significant milestone in the industry. Meanwhile, a Texas judge has blocked the nationwide enforcement of an anti-money laundering law, while the federal court has temporarily halted the enforcement of the Corporate Transparency Act. Additionally, British regulators have approved a $19 billion merger between Vodafone and 3 mobile operators. Blinken intends to provide the incoming successor, Rubio, with the most favorable circumstances possible. Amnesty International's investigation reveals that Israel is perpetrating genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. The U.S. apprehends an individual suspected of assisting North Korea in preparing a surprise attack on South Korea. Elon Musk intends to significantly expand the Colossus AI supercomputer's capabilities by a factor of 10. In parallel, Google DeepMind has unveiled Genie 2, an autoregressive latent diffusion model designed for virtual world and game creation, requiring minimal input. Moreover, the PlayStation chief emphasizes the transformative potential of AI in gaming, but underscores the importance of striking a balance between technological advancements and maintaining a human touch. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour book makes history, selling a reported 814,000 copies in just 2 days. Elden Ring 2 is not in development, but From Software has multiple projects in the works, spanning a variety of genres, according to Hidetaka Miyazaki. Miyazaki also shared that Elden Ring might be as ambitious a game as he ever envisions, Where From Software is right now in terms of scale, I would say Elden Ring is truly the limit. In an astonishing discovery, researchers have unearthed a 480 years old firearm in Arizona, described as the oldest ever found in the United States. Pew Research announces that voters in the U.S. generally have a positive view of how elections were conducted, a stark contrast to the 2020 elections. Meanwhile, Trump advisors continue to push for the pardon of Edward Snowden. 3 weeks ago, Fox News reported that the Trump cabinet's selection of individuals increased the chances of Snowden receiving a life of freedom in the U.S. Jeff Bezos expressed his intention to engage in discussions with Trump to prevent him from viewing the news media as an enemy. Bezos also shared his pride in ending endorsements at the Washington Post, expressing optimism about the possibility of a second Trump term. He further stated that he is optimistic about the prospect of a new Trump term and believes he can contribute to reducing regulations. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 04. December 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 22nd to November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. AJ Key Rat. Madhubanti Bakshi Divya.
Tu boda. Oscar Maidon y Fuerza Regida.
Kisik Sublashini.
Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minnale. Aricharan y Sweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 22nd to Thursday, November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile Lady Gaga Bruno Mars. Luther with SZA. Kendrick Lamar SZA. Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. Squabble Up. Kendrick Lamar. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. The Merry Gentleman. Hot Frosty. Spellbound. Minions: The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Tmax. The Lost Children. Let Go. Devara. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. A Man on the Inside Season 1. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Sisters Feud Season 1. The Empress Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers. From 04. December 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree. My Sims. Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Global top-selling and top-played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases 6 industrial control systems advisories. CISA adds 1 known exploited vulnerability to catalog. 1 more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5b Instruct is a 1.5b parameter model fine-tuned from Himba 1.5b base, using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally collected synthetic datasets. This model is fine-tuned with supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5b Instruct is capable of many complex and important tasks like math reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. South Korea's President Yoon reverses his decision to impose martial law after lawmakers rejected it. Amidst military restrictions, South Korean president appointed a martial law commander. However, the South Korean parliament voted to defy the president by lifting his declaration of martial law. Previously, South Korean president declared an emergency martial law, accusing the opposition of engaging in anti-state activities. Meanwhile, Korea's largest labor union initiated an indefinite strike and called for President Yoon's resignation. Furthermore, 6 South Korean opposition parties submitted President Yoon's impeachment bill to the Yonhap news agency. Alexander Mashinsky, the founder and former CEO of Celsius, has pleaded guilty to a multi-billion-dollar fraud and market manipulation scheme. Meanwhile, TikTok informed the European Parliament that it has dismantled networks of accounts targeting the Romanian audience. 5 days ago, TikTok rejected Romania's allegation of preferential treatment given to a far-right presidential candidate. On the regulatory front, the Federal Trade Commission (FTC) has taken action against Gravy Analytics and Vental for unlawfully selling location data tracking consumers to sensitive sites. The proposed order bans the use or sale of data associated with military sites, churches, labor unions, and other sensitive locations. Kendrick Lamar and SZA have announced a massive co-headlining tour of U.S. stadiums in 2025. In other news, Pokémon TCG Pocket reportedly surpassed $200 million in sales within its first month. Car maker Jaguar has unveiled a concept car called the Type 00, which will debut at Miami Art Week 2024. Dutch and French police successfully dismantled the Matrix encrypted chat app, capturing a staggering 2.3 million messages. Axios reports a shift in hackers' tactics, moving from data breaches to complete destruction. Meanwhile, U.S. officials continue their efforts to expel Chinese hackers from prominent U.S. telecom networks. Biden emphasizes the U.S.'s unwavering commitment to Africa during his visit to Angola, which aims to counter China's influence. Meanwhile, a mysterious disease has claimed the lives of 143 individuals in the southwestern region of Congo, as reported by local authorities. Additionally, the Kenya Banking Authority has issued a warning to 24 banks, stating that they are at risk of closure due to the proposed increase in the core capital. Meta is actively seeking nuclear power developers to construct reactors that can commence operations in the early 2030s. In contrast, Australia is grappling with an excess of solar power generation. Additionally, Coca-Cola has revised its target to reduce the use of single-use plastics. Experts have developed a controllable gastric balloon to aid weight loss. A study suggests that women with depression may be more prone to experiencing painful periods. Additionally, an Intermountain study found that air pollution significantly increases inflammation in individuals with heart disease, posing heightened health risks associated with exposure. A potential deal with SpaceX could significantly increase the value of Elon Musk's company, potentially reaching a valuation of $350 billion. Additionally, California leaders are taking proactive steps to safeguard abortion rights in anticipation of the potential impact of Donald Trump's presidency. Furthermore, Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, is expressing a desire to actively participate in shaping Donald Trump's technology policies. Apple claims to use Amazon's custom AI chips, while Amazon launches a new tool to address AI hallucinations. Microsoft faces a £1.2 billion lawsuit in the UK over its cloud software licensing practices. Google expressed concerns about a contract with Israel, as recently The Intercept revealed inconsistencies in Google's Project Nimbus claims. Meta acknowledges that harmless content is erroneously removed too frequently, while it asserts that AI-generated content constituted less than 1% of election-related misinformation on its platforms. Telegram collaborates with a child safety organization to scan content for sexual abuse material. The CEO of Blue Sky rejects the notion that the upstart social app is left-leaning. Amazon unveils its supercomputer, powered by its own homegrown AI chips. Tenstorrent's RISC-V and chiplet technology are chosen to shape the future of AI in Japan. In Japan 9 months ago, Jim Keller outlined an AI strategy to bypass NVIDIA. Kai Guochang's AI model makes its debut in Macau with Kai Soul Scan. The U.S. Labor Department proposes eliminating the subminimum wage for disabled workers. In Afghanistan, the Taliban has banned women from pursuing midwifery and nursing courses, exacerbating the already dire state of the health sector. Additionally, the new EU Parliament has voted to exempt countries with stable or growing forests from its deforestation law. Putin's planes allegedly abducted Ukrainian children and forced them into Russian adoption, as revealed in a recent report by Yale. In a significant development, Fatah and Hamas have agreed to establish a committee to oversee the post-war governance of Gaza. Amidst dwindling funding for global crises, the new UN aid chief has pledged to employ ruthlessness in prioritizing spending. A 65,000 years old hearth in Iberia provides evidence that Neanderthals produced tar for crafting stone tools. Ethiopian wolves have been discovered as the first large carnivores to consume nectar. Additionally, the first ice-free day in the Arctic Ocean is predicted to occur before 2030. Fortune reports that Mark Zuckerberg publicly praises Meta's Llama AI, while simultaneously using rival GPT-4 to enhance an internal AI coding tool. Amazon is also seeking news partners to revamp its AI Alexa voice assistant. A global study reveals that music sector workers will lose nearly a quarter of their income to AI within the next 4 years. Recent AI research suggests that AI has a positive impact on scientific research and development. In other news, China has imposed export restrictions on gallium, germanium, and antimony in response to U.S. chip sanctions. Additionally, Apple plans to enter the foldable phone market in 2026 with a flip-style iPhone. Official trailer for Disney's live-action Snow White is released. Alex Consani makes history as the first transgender model of the year at the UK Fashion Awards. Surprisingly, RFK Jr. used to sell bottled water with unusually high levels of fluoride. Crypto, politics, tech, and more. Get your daily news fix with NewsSource Scrollers. 03. December 2024 edition. Number 1 hit and more. YouTube music charts. Global top songs November 22nd to November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé et Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. AJ Key-Rat, Madhubanti Bakshi Divya.
Tu boda, Oscar Maidón y Fuerza Regida.
Kisik Sublashini.
Si antes te hubiera conocido. Karol G. Minnale, Aricharan Isweta Moan.
Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global. From the Friday, November 22nd to Thursday, November 28th, 2024.
APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars.
Die with a Smile Lady Gaga Bruno Mars. Luther with SZA. Kendrick Lamar SZA. Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish. Squabble Up, Kendrick Lamar. That's So True, Gracie Abrams. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most viewed films in English. The Merry Gentleman. Hot Frosty. Spellbound. Minions: The Rise of Gru. Most viewed films non-English. Tmax. The Lost Children. Let Go. Devara. From the Netflix Global Top 10 list of November 18th to November 24th, 2024. Most watched TV in English. A Man on the Inside Season 1. Arcane Season 2. Cobra Kai Season 6. Most viewed TV non-English. The Cage Season 1. Sisters Feud Season 1. The Empress Season 2. Nintendo US Digital Bestsellers from 03. December 2024. Super Mario Party Jamboree. My Sims. Cozy Bundle. Stardew Valley. The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. Steam's hottest games. Global top-selling and top-played games across Steam. From the top 100 products by revenue for Tuesday, November 12, 2024 to Tuesday, November 19, 2024. Counter-Strike 2. Farming Simulator 25. PUBG Battlegrounds. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. CISA's cybersecurity alerts and advisories. CISA releases 6 industrial control systems advisories. CISA adds 1 known exploited vulnerability to catalog. 1 more drop in the AI ocean. NVIDIA's Himba 1.5b Instruct is a 1.5b parameter model fine-tuned from Himba 1.5b base, using a combination of open-source instruction datasets and internally collected synthetic datasets. This model is fine-tuned with supervised fine-tuning and direct preference optimization. Himba 1.5b Instruct is capable of many complex and important tasks like math reasoning, function calling, and role-playing. AI has created a Minecraft village with up to 1,000 inhabitants. Project SID envisions AI bots implementing a taxation system and spreading Pastafarianism as a religion. Additionally, physical AWS data transfer terminals will facilitate uploading content to the cloud. Furthermore, the 1978 animated Lord of the Rings movie is set to make its streaming debut. Intel's CEO, under pressure from the board, was forced out. Bloomberg comments that this departure opens the door to fresh deal discussions. Interest rates continue to depress valuations, impacting private equity and IPO markets. It has been announced as Orbital Materials and AWS have formed a strategic partnership to develop and pilot technologies for data center decarbonization and efficiency. German broadcaster NDR censored its own investigation into the world's largest consortium of investigative media outlets. In a separate development, the European Federation of Journalists, representing 295,000 members, has left X over its alliance with former President Donald Trump and tech mogul Elon Musk. Additionally, J.K. Rowling criticized the BBC after a footballer with high testosterone levels won an award, calling the BBC's response spitting in women's faces. OpenAI gets into advertising as it intensifies its revenue drive, but it vehemently denies that it is constructing an advertising business model into its platform. On the other hand, Ofcom asserts that the BBC is not the sole reason behind the decline in commercial page views, but it also claims that the BBC has become a hindrance to the local news commercial sector. Furthermore, the Autos Consortium's rollout of the EU biometric border system has encountered significant setbacks. Just a month ago, it was reported that the EU had delayed the introduction of the border check system once again. In the United States, a study claims that numerous migrants at the southern border were threatened with U.S.-made firearms. Democratic senators are urging President Biden to take measures to restrict former President Trump's use of the U.S. military for domestic purposes. Additionally, California lawmakers are convening a special session to revise state laws to ensure they are Trump-proof. Japan's crypto exchange DMM Bitcoin is set to be liquidated. Coinbase has integrated Apple Pay for crypto on-ramp and abandoned its plans to expand into Turkey. Nike is discontinuing its Ethereum NFT sneaker and avatar company, RTFKT. Putin's ally predicts Russia will reject Trump's Ukraine truce bid. Angela Merkel delayed Ukraine's NATO bid due to Russia's concerns, memoir reveals. Former NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg suggests temporarily ceding territory to conclude the war. In the U.S. this year, most Black Friday shoppers opted for online deals, resulting in record spending. Streamer Kai Cenat achieved millions of dollars in earnings and broke the Twitch subscriber record during a 30-day live stream. Millions of Indonesians found themselves ensnared in the digital debt trap as their spending power diminished. 4 months ago, it was noted that Indonesia was considering increased oversight of the rapidly expanding peer-to-peer lending industry. After days of Israeli airstrikes, Hezbollah retaliated, each accusing the other of violating the ceasefire. Meanwhile, Trump warned that hell to pay would ensue if the Gaza hostages were not released before his inauguration. Additionally, 3 sources reported that Hezbollah is not currently planning to send fighters to support Assad in Syria. Trump reportedly told Justin Trudeau that Canada should become the 51st state if they can't deal with tariffs. Trump reiterates opposition to Nippon Steel's takeover of U.S. Steel. Trump picks Republican megadonor Warren Stevens as ambassador to UK. The U.S. Energy Department has unveiled a $7.54 billion loan to support the construction of a battery plant for electric vehicles, EVs, by Samsung and Stellantis. Additionally, General Motors, GM, is planning to sell its stake in a Lansing battery cell plant to a partnership with LG Energy Solution. Furthermore, Tesla has emerged as the leader in Norway's transition to electric vehicles. Fox News comments that Joe Biden's pardon of his son Hunter cements his legacy as the liar-in-chief. Joe Manchin suggests that Biden should pardon Trump to achieve a more balanced approach. Additionally, Trump is expected to attend the reopening of Notre Dame Cathedral during his first foreign trip since the election. Furthermore, the White House announces that Biden is anticipated to issue more pardons before the end of his term. The Russian Federation has released a list of 630 allegedly Ukrainian prisoners of war, which Ukraine's officials have dismissed as propaganda. In other news, Apple has been accused of silencing workers and spying on their personal devices. Additionally, in Florida, Ileana Garcia has filed a bill to ban weather modification and prevent the spread of chemtrails. In the U.S., after a 2-year probe, a Republican-led committee backs the Chinese lab leak theory regarding COVID-19. Additionally, the flavored vape products dispute is set to be heard before the U.S. Supreme Court. Furthermore, a study has revealed that a twice-a-year shot provides 100% HIV protection. Scientists have finally confirmed that crabs can indeed experience pain. A giant hornet from Asia has made its first appearance in Europe. A new study suggests possible origins of dark matter in a dark Big Bang scenario. In the UK, the National Cybersecurity Centre (NCSC) warns of a widening gap between cyber threats and the country's defense capabilities. Meanwhile, China's generative AI users have reached a significant milestone of 230 million, as startups and major tech companies collaborate to launch LLMs, large language models, services. Additionally, the United States has added 140 Chinese technology companies to its list of entities under export controls. Dinesh D'Souza quietly admits that his 2020 election film was wrong and apologizes to the man he identified as a ballot harvester. The Washington Post comments that Trump and his allies are blurring the lines between politicians and influencers.